Stars may have switched to Root Riders as we saw a few days ago, but he still does do a few accounts with dragons, and he is still unbelievable with them. While Stars has switched to Root Riders on some of his accounts, as we've seen on a video we did on the channel recently, he is also doing dragons, his old school army, on a couple of accounts as well. And my best guess is he's switched to the Root Riders because he needs to practice Root Riders for the World Championship, but dragons is probably his strongest army, and that's why he's still using it on some accounts. Also, it just must be satisfying when you're really good at Royal Champion charges, taking down the entire base, because that's what Stars is going to do here. However, he is making a meal of it. I think this Royal Champion's going to jump out of the core here. He'll want her to go to the bomb tower next, but we'll see if that happens. Jeez, this Royal Champion could go a million different ways. Yep, that is not what he wanted. He needs her to go to the multi-arch tower. Okay, she does. So many giant bombs. He pops the ability. That was not an auto pop. He popped that. And this is actually going to be a really bad charge. This is not very much like Stars. But we're going to see if he's going to be able to recover this. Because this is why this version of the Royal Champion charge is so broken. Because he's got no sweepers down. He hasn't got many of the major targets other than, I guess, the monolith in the geared up tower. But you still take down 27% of the base and set a nice funnel. We've dealt with the CC on the left side here. He pulled it away with an archer whilst doing the Royal Champion charge, because obviously you don't want that Royal Champion going and chasing ice golems. We're going to come in behind both sweepers. There's the Archer Queen ability to remove the last air defense, I believe, on the base. So we still did get rid of 3 air defenses with that charge. That's a little ridiculous. Now we're going straight into the Town Hall. Beautiful stuff. And even despite the fact that we're going into all this damage, still using the Siege Barracks. We still want to set an elite funnel for the dragons. We're not using the Blimp or the Stone Slammer. And now it's just about maximizing this Dark Orb ability, and that's exactly what he does. Just neutralizes, well, mostly neutralizes those fire spitters in the core, which are currently very, very raged up. And we've got the Queen on the outside of the base, and what I like is the CC super minions, because you just know they're always going to get value. Some people run Valks, some people run Yetis. They are strong, but they're not guaranteed value. If they're just defenses behind the walls, then they're not good. Same with like a Dragon Rider. It can go over the walls, obviously, but it can be just taken out so easily with one SAM. But 4 super minions, very hard to take down, doing the damage from range as well. Rip the minion prince there, but this is overkill. Even without the Royal Champion charge getting mega value, like I'm sure we'll see later in this video, he's still able to get a convincing 3-star. Alright, another base here with an isolated Town Hall. These are meta bases. Got double poison tower, so no invis tower on this base. Let's see if we can take it down. So the Royal Champion's on the bottom side here. And Stars isn't going to use an invis at the start of the attack to try and force the Royal Champion in. By the way, look at this base building. This is such good base building. Look at how the Royal Champion paths. Now she's going to go inside here. So Stars patient. But that Fox is taking a lot of damage. Now, as I was going to say before the beautiful base building came into it, Stars isn't trying to force the Royal Champion one way or another at the start. He's going to wait until the Royal Champion picks a direction, then think about forcing her one way or another. But likely she's not going to get rid of the Town Hall here, even though we've got 5 invis spells. Oh my god, I've never been so wrong in my life. Chat, that might be the worst commentary call I've ever done. There is no way I said that and then he just did this immediately. He understands the Royal Champion pathing better than I ever will. Well, I should lose my license to ever talk about Clash of Clans again. That was terrible. Royal Champion doing a great job here. Oh, I tell you what, that's almost worth giant arrowing. Yeah, that's worth giant arrowing. Get your giant arrow down, buddy. No, he's messed it up. I'm gonna shut up. You know what? You guys can just watch this attack nearly in silence. Okay, I feel kind of good that a lot of you in the chat are saying my RC would never. Because that's what I was thinking. I didn't think she'd turn that corner. But she did. She did. Now, Stars is making a complete mess of this dragon entry. To be fair, if you get this much value, you can just try and fail, and I'm still not sure it's possible to fail. The Queen's chilling on the top side of the base with a few dragons and the Minion Prince. We have the majority of the dragons on the bottom. No Dark Orb though, so these dragons are going to take the full brunt of all the damage on the base, but it just doesn't really matter. What an absurd charge. Just gets so much value, and yeah, this is an easy 3-star attack. I apologize to Stars and everyone I've ever doubted. I was wrong, and I admit it. This is just... yeah, this is just Stars for you, ladies and gentlemen. Just what a legend. Easily getting the 3-star, and you can see why this is his go-to army in Legends League. He is running the Root Riders, but we all know this is his strongest army for moments like that. This base got very, very popular during Disarmers, because I think it was just the most anti-Disarmer base ever. Probably because this is the most stacked Rage Tower in the history of the game. We'll see what Stars does against it, but I'm pretty sure a Rage Tower can't do much if your Royal Champion's invisible. So let's see if Stars can still keep doing what he's been doing with this account today with the Dragons. So coming in on the bottom side, also going to get rid of the Poison Tower. I mean, if this Royal Champion goes into the center of the base, and you know that's what Stars wants, how can this base defend? That's an annoying Giga Bomb. Oh, that was so smart. So normally he uses the Giant Arrow during... oh no, but there's a Tesla. Oh, what in the... he was so smart. So normally he uses the Giant Arrow only during a Royal Champion charge to activate an Invis Tower. But here he used it to set a funnel. But a Tesla farm was there. No way. And yeah, I think he lets the RC die here because he might want to use a couple of Invis spells with his Queen. Oh boy. Anything could happen here. This is the most spammy thing Stars has ever done in his life. That was a beautiful Cocoa Balloon. A raged up Furnace. Oh boy. This is going to hit like a truck. He's got to pop this Dark Orb ability as soon as this Minion Prince targets the Rage Tower. Yep, he does exactly that because he had to slow down that Furnace and also all the defenses. He's still got 2 Invis spells. He's watching his Queen. That is literally the definition of skill there. Watching multiple things at a time. This is a high stress situation. Is he going to Invis for the single Inferno? I don't think he should. He doesn't have a wall breaker. Like, how's he going to get this Town Hall? The dragons are targeting the defensive king. If he's got a headhunter, he's already used it. Minion Prince does get the air defense down, and he invises for the Minion Prince. How's he going to get this single Inferno down, though? Oh, boy. And that Expo's on air. Goes down. What a save. What a save here from Stars. That could have gone so wrong. In fact, it kind of did go so wrong, but he was still able to save it. You can see why the Eternal Tome and the Healing Tome are insane, because you can just go through the strongest Rage Tower in history and still walk out with many dragons left alive. Last attack for this dragon video. Don't worry, Stars has switched to Root Riders as well, so we will do a Root Rider video in the next couple of days, but why not finish off strong? Now, got another very powerful Rage Tower on this base, then an Invis Tower. That Invis Tower, what I like about this Invis Tower here is only targeting the Town Hall, so that means activating it, you have to hit the Town Hall. Whereas we've seen in some of the other attacks today, when the Invis Tower has multiple things that can activate it, it makes it just easier to activate sometimes. Obviously, it protects more buildings, but you don't necessarily need to protect buildings like a Builder Hut, for instance, was the one earlier. So Royal Champion has decided she has no interest in the Monolith. Actually, I say that. She's about to step over the wall. All right, that's probably the last of the Fox we'll see. Is he going to do it? That would be baller. Oh, he does it. He timed it perfectly. All right. Wait. The Fox is still on 1 HP. Yeah, he doesn't risk it. Because if that Fox went down slightly too quickly, then this attack would be in a lot of trouble. No! He messed up the timing! He was about to get an insane Royal Champion ability, and he's messed it up. Oh, that's so sad. That would have been a perfect way to end the video. Even with it not going ideally, can he activate the Rage Tower here? Even with it not going ideally, that is still an excellent outcome. But look at this, right? Because the Fox got so many different invises set up. Did you see the clock when he started these dragons? 1 minute 20. He did a 1 minute 40 Royal Champion charge. Now, that means he gets more value, but this is going to be so close on time. He uses the Rage in the center of the base, understandably. These dragons, oh boy, they can't go down. They're not getting the effect of the healing tome anymore. But, I mean, look at this. He's taken down like 40% of the base in 30 seconds. And he's going to take down the last 10% really quickly. I mean, what a wicked attack strategy. Well done to Stars today, getting plenty of 3 stars with dragons. But if you want to see him using Root Riders as well... Actually, I don't know what order I'm going to do these videos in. Regardless, he's either already done Root Riders, and we'll link it here, or he's about to do Root Riders, and make sure you're subscribed.